Live from PressCorps World Headquarters, this is a special report. Morning, afternoon, or evening for the PressCorps, I'm Jeffrey Jennings. We have some late-breaking details. Sure? Okay. Yep. We do believe that there is a Colonial storm cannon ready to fire. This may very well be the first, unless there's something that has escaped our purview, which is very much possible here in this very large-scale war. But if you are listening, we may be on the cusp of hearing the first ever storm cannon fired here in the Foxhole War. At the very least, it will most likely be the first Colonial storm cannon fired here in day 316 of this, the 45th conflict. And I do believe that we have correspondence with our frontline reporter, Maury Sharp, who is in. I don't think we can disclose exactly where he is or where even they're firing, but we do know that it is a Colonial storm cannon somewhere, of course, behind the lines. So I think we will go now to. Do we have him? All right, it might take a bit, might take a short pause to get him on the air, but we'll see if we can transfer to him now. Ralphie, you good? All right, just a few moments.
Coming through? Check, 1, 2. Yeah, okay. Correspondence from across the battlefields of the Foxhole War. This is PressCorps Colonial correspondent Maury Sharp, and we are live here from an undisclosed location. It's claimed that this area has already been leaked, and most of both Warrens and Colonials know where this storm cannon is, but just to be on the safe side, we will not disclose where we are or where this storm cannon is firing. But as you heard just a few moments ago, one of the first, if not the first, storm cannon is ready to fire. And Mandu, excuse me. Hello, yes. You're live on the air here on Twitch radio services. I'm with the PressCorps. I'm Maury Sharp, and here I'm speaking to Officer Cadet Manduin of the 1ARC. First of all, what does 1ARC stand for?
Bravery
First
and freedom.
No, what does the tag stand for?
Oh, First Army Ranger Corps.
First Army Ranger Corps. Understood. And I believe. Officer Cadet Manduin, you will be the one actually pulling the trigger on this beast of a weapon.
Indeed, Schizo is out scouting for us.
Schizo, I believe he's your commander. Is that right?
Yes.
He's the one in charge of this operation. Well, how many 1ARC members were involved with building up this storm cannon?
I would say about 10 to 20.
10 to 20. Okay. And was there anyone else that you can name off the top of your head, any individuals who are not in 1ARC, or was this purely a 1ARC operation?
Well, let me just take a look at the squad list.
Oh, sure. You're just joining us?
Well, for one, we've got Christian. We've also got renamed Jack from another clan I don't actually remember.
And I'm sure there are plenty of other individuals who were indirectly helpful in building up this storm cannon, such as those who refined the materials, all the scrappers and whatnot. But
yes,
for the most part, this does seem to be a 1ARC centralized operation. Now, how long did it take for 1ARC to come to the decision to put the storm cannon here, which we're not disclosing where it is exactly, but how long did it take for you to decide, hey, we want it here and we're going to fire that?
Well, it didn't take very long because this overall is a very strategic position. DEADLANDS is a very, it's a central zone and it's very strategic, so placing it in the middle of the region would mean it can shoot everywhere around it.
Okay, so you've just disclosed that it is in the middle of the DEADLANDS. Now, from there we can guesstimate that yes, you've got a large many options in which to fire upon, and again, we won't disclose, because that's probably the big one there, is we won't disclose where it'll be firing, because that'll give people the chance to evacuate. But in terms of the range on this monster, what is the length? What is the maximum firing range of this storm cannon?
Maximum is 750 meters, and the minimum is 350, I believe.
350. Okay, that's a slightly smaller one than I predicted, but that's still a lot. My goodness. Well, looking at your range of options here, it seems like you do have a few. Again, we've already disclosed. It's already been disclosed that we are firing from the center of the Deadlands, so you've got most likely Callahan's Gate, Callahan's Belt, and Iron's End, as well as other unaffiliated and unincorporated warden positions. And again, we won't disclose where you'll be firing, but just how many materials did it take in order to build this thing, by your guesstimate?
The entire trench system itself is a few tens of thousands of concrete, I would guess. And the cannon itself, it took a lot of preparation for the shells and to build the engine rooms.
And in terms of the materials involved as well, and how long they took, do you think also 20 people in the operation, 21 ARC members? First of all, congratulations on having that many people. But also, do you think 20 was enough? Do you think it was overkill, or do you think it was even under?
I think if we had more members, we could have gotten the preparation done a lot quicker.
So under your bio guesstimate.
Yeah.
My goodness. I'm just getting
really like a monster of an operation.
Yeah, no, certainly. Congratulations to One Arc, because I'm just trying to get a feel of just how much effort was needed in order to just field this weapon. And here we are on the very first firing. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this will be not only the first Colonial storm cannon ever firing here in the Foxhole Wars, but the first ever. Is that correct?
I would assume so, yes.
Yeah, because I haven't heard of any Warden ones firing. Again, I may be corrected on that soon enough by our audience or by others, but as far as I know, here it is day 316, about 0930 hours, there and abouts, of the 45th conflict, and I think we are on the cusp of hearing and seeing this thing fire. Now, you said you were waiting on your commander, One Arc's Schizo?
Yep.
Yeah, Schizo, and he's providing you coordinates right now. Does that mean a radio backpack is involved? Or what is needed for that?
Well, I haven't yet asked him how he's doing it, but I've gotten intel from Trekker, the leader of the clan, that it takes a lot of just putting up a piece of paper up to your screen and measuring it.
Oh, so it's not coordinates like a rocket, where you need to...
No, it's you have to get the distance in azimuth, so you have to do some really clever triangulation there.
I see, so it's just a really, really, really big howitzer.
Yeah.
At least in its function.
Mm-hmm.
My goodness. Well, how many rounds do you have lined up?
Well, I got the rounds myself. We have 25. I think that should be enough to take control of Deadlands for a good bit.
And tell me, do you know the numbers on what it takes to make one round for the storm cannon?
60 HE materials and 120 PMATs, I believe, for one crate, which is 5.
My good, for 5 in a crate. And how long does that take to cook?
Well, I'm not sure exactly on the materials itself, but it's actually pretty short. It's 50 seconds for one crate in the advanced ammo factory.
Well, joining us now is One Arc Schizo, a lieutenant here joining us. I believe that you may be ready to fire, because it seems he's telling us to cut the chatter. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but are you about to fire?
I guess so. We're having a bit of trouble trying to get the exact coordinates, but we have an estimate down.
Sure. All right, and Schizo has said he will do a full interview after the firing. He's just, according to him, he's just very busy and stressed, and I can certainly see that and understand that as well. Again, if you're just joining us, we are live here somewhere in the central Deadlands. where
Well, if you
one
don't
arc,
mind, I shall get back to building the engine rooms.
the 1st Army Ranger Corps outfit, one arc, is poised to be the first storm cannon, poised to fire off the first storm cannon rounds here in the 45th conflict. You can hear that humming in the background. I'm actually gonna walk away just for a little bit. But if you do notice that we are here in the 316th, just for some context, that 873,000 casualties so far here in the 316th day of fighting. About plus 9%. I'm getting these numbers from FoxholeStats.com. Plus 9%. Plus 9% Warden casualties, but beyond that, it's been a slog for both factions. Make no mistake about it.
Hey, Mari,
Yes, hello.
are you just logging to the Foxhole just to do PressCorps, or are you also playing, or what?
No, I'm a reporter.
So you only log in
This
to
is my
Foxhole
gig.
Oh, I see.
Until something better comes along, until someone decides to pay me more, I'm pretty dedicated to the whole PressCorps shtick. If someone pays me at all. I'm just kidding. We actually don't take money here at the PressCorps. This is all for free. So that means you never have the right to complain. No, I'm just kidding. Again, if you're just joining us, we are standing by for the first firing of the storm cannon here in the central Deadlands. It's going to be a lot of waiting. We're on the precipice. And I believe we are going to join Schizo. The gun is on target.
Well, if I look on the map and the distance is like the same shooting spot.
Alright then. Should I taking the finals with me?
Alright, so we are now boarding an APC in order to head towards the the targeting site that's been sighted. Christian, how long have you been working here with One Arc in getting this operation going? And what have you been involved with specifically?
Well, I have been here for at least all day actually, for at least I believe 5 to 6 hours. Although I did left 2 times to go, but I helped with almost everything, but mostly make some engines for the storm cannon mostly. I helped defend the bridge. I helped for quite a lot of things. But hey, it's all about teamwork, to be honest, so there's that.
I see. Now, Schizo, does Schizo speak, or is he just so enamored with so many comms right now, as the one in charge of this operation?
Well, I am not really sure, but he's typing. I believe he can give you an answer through the chat.
That's alright, he should be focused on that, not this. Again, if you're just joining us, we are live here somewhere in the Deadlands. I cannot disclose where we are for giving away any location or target.
Talk. What's up?
Oh, hello. Yeah, okay, Schizo. Now, just to give our listeners, because we've just got an influx of listeners, you can keep driving, certainly. But if you're just joining us, we are live here somewhere in the Deadlands. We are in an APC, and we are headed towards the target site of where that storm cannon will be firing. Tell me, Lieutenant Schizo of the One Arc outfit, how was this for you in terms of leading this operation? How long has it been while getting this all together?
It's been about 2 weeks.
It's been about two weeks. My goodness. Now, is that in wartime or real time?
Yeah, we started playing it pretty much right off the bat.
Is that wartime or real time?
Real time.
Real time.
Pretty much from the start of the war, so.
Now, well, that sounds about right in terms of just how many materials, how much time it takes for the storm cannon itself to build, let alone the trench networks and tier of it all.
Yo, do either of you know, somehow I just got rid of, like, all the icons on my screen? I think I hit a fucking thing on my computer. Like,
Yeah?
What the fuck? I can't.
Now, are we headed towards the launch site? Are we headed towards the launch site? Or not launch site, the target?
Yeah.
Well, that's an interesting target if that's where you're taking us.
Do you want me to take care of the APC, Schizo? So that's a quote.
Well, while he takes his nap, while Schizo takes his nap, Christian,
All right. So
yeah, do you? Well, first of all, looking at the state of the war here, Colonials are actually making a comeback in the Deadlands. To put it into perspective, the Colonials had locked down Deadlands for about 150 days at least. I don't know exactly when the Wardens were able to break back in, but they had come back, broke back into the region, and had taken up pretty much the top half of the Deadlands. But now it seems the Colonials are striking back here. Colonials do have a decent hold on the spine, and Wardens do seem to be on the back foot, having lost Callahan's boot multiple times. Do you think the Colonials will be able to take back this region?
well, that's an interesting question there, Mary. I cannot answer you that, although I have to say that we have been trying to defend every land that we take from the Wardens for, like, my goodness. Although, as far as I know from the 3 years that I play Foxhole, is that the Wardens do make quite a lot of attacks. Like, they're really good at. I believe that we can hold Spine with the necessary manpower that is provided to us. If we don't, then it seems like the things will change with the Spine. But I believe that the Colonial Legion will be able to take back not only Spine but the rest of the land.
Now, don't worry if you weren't a part of it, but were you involved with the taking of Saltbrook Channel in Endless Shore? Or was that a battle you just weren't involved in?
No, I wasn't actually involved in.
Yeah, but that's okay, because I was part of at least multiple incursions into Saltbrook, South Saltbrook, but it was just such a bloody battle. I actually wasn't part of the breakthrough into the northern half of the city, but my goodness, the fact that the Colonials are able to lock down Endless Shore is really an impressive feat, considering just how stacked the odds were against them at Saltbrook. And
Well, I believe we were pretty lucky. Oh, I believe we were pretty lucky on the Saltbrook. I mean, my goodness, God helped us there. Although the war isn't over yet, and we still have a lot to fight for. Although I do agree that we managed to hold pretty tight, and I believe we will do it again.
And as for, I mean, Godcroft's too. Godcroft's been locked down. It seems that the Colonials have really proved that they're still a faction. They're still in this fight, which for the longest time it didn't seem that way. But the Wardens are fighting back, particularly in Varanic Coast. Now, it may be a point of pride, considering that Jade Cove is the main target, has been the main target, and is currently, as we speak here in the day 316 of the 45th, that Jade Cove is under Warden control after a long siege, which has been broken and restarted multiple times. Do you think the collies will be able to break back into Jade?
Well, to be honest, I was focusing mostly in that kind of front because I saw that we were losing land, and Wardens really wanted to take Jade Cove. It's Oh, Schizo, you're back.
Yep, Schizo has awoken from his nap. That's all right. We'll let him focus. We'll let him focus.
So
Yeah,
as
sorry
I
about
was
that, I lagged
saying,
out.
No, that's okay.
Really heavy attacks from the Wardens. They were bringing everything that they could bring. Light tanks, battle tanks, special forces. Although my commander transferred me and my unit over to the center of the battle, Deadland, go and support the first arc. Everything they were doing. But I was like to the point that we still had Terra, right? But after that,
Yeah, it's not looking so good for the collies in Varanic. But back here in the Deadlands, we are on our way once again in an APC. I am joined in the back here with Officer Cadet Christian, unaffiliated, but also driving this piece of work is one arc for First Army Ranger Corps.
Wait, it's important.
wait, Schizo. Hey, mate.
One arc Schizo driving the APC, and we are headed towards the target.
Go back, mate.
Again, we can't disclose where we're headed to or where even the gun exactly is,
Wait,
but we
wait,
are
I'm
in the
gonna go
Deadlands that we
Never
can
mind,
disclose.
never mind.
Time,
let's go, let's go.
get out.
There we go.
I've already died 3 times trying to do this mission because I ran into a battle tank and then I fucking... Oh.
Well, that's uncommon, to be honest.
Actually, you know what, on that topic, how long has the storm cannon been ready to fire?
About like an hour.
Really, it's just a matter of getting those coordinates in. And getting in close.
We have the coordinates on, we just need to have a person observing to make sure that it's on target.
Right.
Now get in, if you want.
Don't know if it's safe there, sir. Whoa, stop! Oh, full stop! Oh, alright.
What happened there?
Alright. I saw the anti-tank weapon.
Oh, that's a Warden, that's a Warden, gun nest.
Yeah.
Well, we're in the enemy territory right now.
Alright, well, I think the element of surprise has just been lost.
It was lost a long time ago.
Oh, okay.
Well, let's hope this works out.
And just to be clear, this will be the first time that thing is ever fired, right?
Yes.
There was no ranging. You're going straight for the kill shot on the first shot.
Yeah, well, it's gonna be, we're gonna have to adjust, but yeah.
Right. But you're not
Unless it is
you're not
spot
firing
on,
from the
which I
hip.
don't. No, so what I did was I took a piece of paper and I zoomed fully in on my map, and then I took 7 notches of the grid squares on my piece of paper, so I can use that as a ruler to get a rough estimate down to about 50 meters to where it's gonna land, and then I use it as a ruler to get the rough azimuth, and then I'll just look at the target and then adjust.
Now, in terms of shot per damage, or damage per shot, I should say,
Nobody knows.
no one knows, at least here in live warfare. Do you think you'll actually be able to cause as much damage as you hope to on the target?
If I get him on target, yeah. I think it should be a 2 or 3 shot kill for a town hall, I'd imagine.
That's your
So
prediction.
at least.
Okay. I don't know myself. I'm just getting that for the record.
If I may add, the storm cannon has like a fire damage over to 20 meters wide. So everything that is like inside 20 meters like of the tank hole is going to get wiped out, or
My
at least
goodness.
immobilized if it's like a vehicle or something.
Well, we are well behind the Warden lines, headed towards the targeting site, or the target site of the storm cannon, which has a maximum range of 750, I believe.
Yes.
Effective range between 350 and 750 meters. It gives you 400 meters to work with. Now, many of our listeners probably taking some bets and guessing on where, educated guesses on where the target site is. You may be right, you may be wrong, but we'll find out soon enough.
So, Mary, I saw that you guys are going to do something on the 31st of December. Can you talk a little bit of what's going to happen on that date?
Yes, on Friday, December 27th at 2000 Eastern Standard Time, the PressCorps will be hosting Jade Cove 1 year later. Funny enough, another super weapon-based event, where it will be 1 year plus 1 day of the firing and landing of the Jade Cove missile, the ballistic rocket, the non-nuclear ballistic rocket on Jade Cove that caused so much controversy. The actual launch and impact of the rocket on Jade Cove was December 26th, 2200 hours Eastern Standard Time.
Oh, is this all?
Pardon me?
Is this all? I thought you guys were going to show a video or something.
Yes, we will also, in addition to that, we will be premiering a documentary. Are we here? We will also be premiering a documentary the long-awaited documentary on War 19 by the PressCorps' very own Potato.
Exactly, if I may ask.
Yes, it's the War 19 documentary by the PressCorps' very own Potato. Been working over a year on that, while at the same time also trying to get into various colleges. He's been very, very, very busy man. And I have seen a lot of the footage already, and just the amount of work and passion that has gone into that documentary has been astounding. Now, as for the contents of it, the information, and whether everyone will agree on those facts, well, that's a whole other issue. But personally, I think it's a great documentary, and we'll see what everyone's reactions are.
Well, I cannot think of what the young Potato did to make that kind of documentary. I mean, a bloody documentary of War 19, and we're already on the war, like, I cannot even remember. Like,
Yeah, so many wars have happened since then, and the history of Jade Cove and War 19 has been written and rewritten, line by line, so many times by so many different people that who knows if this will even be the definitive one. Now, Potato has done a lot of work interviewing dozens and dozens of people, as well as trying to find corroborating evidence. So this may, by my estimates, it might be the definitive look, but we'll see. We'll see what the community thinks and what the community decides.
My goodness, I cannot wait for that kind of documentary, and of course for the Jade Cove event.
Again, if you're just joining us, we are live here somewhere in the Deadlands. I'm currently in an APC with 1R Schizo and Officer Cadet Christian, and we are headed towards the target site of the storm cannon. This will, I believe, this will be the first ever storm cannon ever fired in the history of the Foxhole Wars in live warfare. And it will have been here on day 316. It is nighttime, just past 18:30 hours, excuse me. And we are deep in Warden territory. I think we're dodging patrols. I'm not quite sure myself.
So low. Alright, so we're just waiting on power at this point.
How long will that take?
I don't know, probably about 5-10 minutes.
5 to 10 minutes. Now it needs to charge up right before it fires. Can that charge be saved, or does it dissipate if you don't use it?
Yeah, so it takes 1% to fire, 2% to move 1%, or 1 degree.
My goodness. So it needs power not only to fire, but also to move, just to rotate it, to get the azimuth correct, just to get your degrees right.
Yes. It doesn't take any power to adjust the distance, though.
Okay. But just a turn. What a monster. So we are here. We are here waiting in about 5 to 10 minutes. We've been told. We'll try not to get shot up. Till then. Now, Officer Cadet Christian has informed me that it does the blast radius is about 20 meters. 20 meters. My goodness. Yeah, that's not one you want to get caught in.
Well,
no, I don't believe. Yeah,
technically, firing that kind of cannon is like firing one cannon from a battleship. Like it's this has like some really nice heavy punch. I saw that.
We are trying to stay as quiet as possible. It is, we're sneaking around,
Anything
trying
new,
to
Schizo?
get closer to that, closer to that target site. Now, storm cannons don't cause permanent damage. Is that correct? Not like a rocket does?
No.
No.
Right. So anything that does get caught in the blast can be recovered.
I imagine so.
Not recovered, but in terms of town halls and facilities, they can be rebuilt.
Of course, you can actually.
Now, if the storm cannon operators, if they've done their work, they'll have a stockpile of shells ready to go, particularly if it's been pre-sighted. So any attempt to rebuild there might prove fruitless. You've got it suppressed via long-range storm cannon.
Well, yeah, I don't think that it
Warden
matters
truck,
how many
Warden
shells.
truck, 40 meters west.
Tracking.
He's turning around. He might have seen us.
Should I get down, Schizo?
If you're just joining us, the One Arc outfit, the One Arc Colonial outfit, is poised to fire off the first ever storm cannon here in the Foxhole Wars in live warfare. The maximum range, I've been told, is 750 meters, and the minimum is somewhere between 300 and 350 meters, giving you
I could
about
really use a
400.
Coca-Cola right now.
Seeing a field hospital. I'm seeing gun nest about 30 meters away. AT turret, 30 meters southwest. Normally I don't work so closely with Colonials, but in order to not get shot, we are trying to find an angle in which to spot this thing. Now, it's already been spotted. We're actually just... It's ready to go, I believe. It's ready to fire, but we're just getting close enough so that we can assess the damage and make sure it does its mission. Or at least that's what Schizo is trying to do. I'm here just trying to see the awesome might of the storm cannon. Or, underwhelming. Battle tank. Colonial battle tank, 83 meters east. I don't know if that's a... Is that a Warden captured tank?
That's Mary.
Whoop! That's a Warden battle tank. We have abandoned the APC.
No, on me. Relax.
Thanks.
Take cover in the tree line. Over here.
We are on the run. Battle tank, a Warden battle tank has just found us, and we are trying to get closer on this spotting mission. We've been found out. Element of surprise has been lost. It is day 316 of the 45th conflict here in the Foxhole Wars. It is 2100 hours.
Alright, a few more minutes. Alright, I see him. I see the tank.
I've got eyes on him as well. We have to make sure stray infantry patrol doesn't come towards us, or that we don't stumble onto the Warden line here in the darkness.
We're just at range here.
Visibility is down to 22
see the
meters
town
in
hall
terms
there?
of personnel. But we can still see the gun nest in the darkness.
Sorry?
Oh, can you like see the town hall from here?
No, not from here, but I can almost see it. We'd have to advance a little bit.
There's gun nest right over yonder.
See, this is the thing about this, right? I only need to get one shot downrange, and then make an adjustment, and then we can fuck off.
We may have to get some verticality going unless they built up to it. I think they did.
Yeah, that tank's long. Let's go under this tree here.
Roger, we'll go.
Warden gun nest up ahead. This is quite tense right now if you're joining us again. We have lost our APC and we are deep behind Warden lines. I am here with One Arc's Schizo and Officer Cadet Christian. Yeah, deep behind Warden lines simply because we want to assess the damage, or rather assess, watch the shots of the storm cannon. Watch the shots of the storm cannon so that Schizo may adjust.
As soon as we get power, we're already on target. We're going to move up 20 meters, and then we're going to fire our round, adjust, and get the fuck out of here.
Sounds like a plan. One Arc is supposedly the first ever storm cannon operators that will fire off a shot, I should say, will fire off a shot ever. Here in live warfare. We're also being careful, very careful, not to disclose where those shots will land or where the storm cannon even is. If you have any guesses as to where, take your bets now, I should say. Take your bets now as to where that storm cannon will be, where those shots will be landing. The three obvious choices will be Iron's End in the north, Callahan's Belt in the northeast, and Callahan's Gate further east of the belt. Now, I believe the storm cannon is about ready to fire. You're simply waiting on the power to recharge. I'm not well versed on the intricacies of operating. What's that? What's going on?
Wait, sorry.
Well, right now we're making the final adjustments for the cannon fire.
Yeah, apparently another clan has a CD.
But we have power. The cannon.
So whether or not One Arc will be the first to fire off the storm cannon, we're not quite sure. But I can certainly be here to watch one of the first ever storm cannons
Right, boys,
firing.
we're gonna move up.
Now we're taking a gamble. Closer we get to civilization, there's a chance infantry might be there.
Fire one round.
You can hear the cannon from over
There's
here.
the shot. That was the first ever shot. Direction, give me a direction. Of the storm cannon. First ever shot of the storm cannon. You might have heard that in the distance. Now we can't get close, of course they're firing at a fortified location.
We have fired.
There's the second shot.
Oh, we're close, boys. We're close. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw it.
Okay. Okay. Hold.
That's been 2 shots so far, right?
Yes.
And again, we are approximately, I'm seeing the impact say we are approximately 70 meters of where that last shell landed. So the sounds you are hearing, that is still loud. The shot you were hearing is 70 meters away of where it first landed. Small arms fire in the distance. I'm not sure what's happening there. Is there a Colonial follow-up on the ground?
We have no idea, to be honest.
If you're just joining us, it is day 317, just past midnight. The first ever Colonial storm cannon has just fired twice. And we are live here somewhere in the Deadlands in Warden territory. The Colonials can now claim that they are the first to fire the storm cannon, just as they were to claim that they were the first to fire the first ever ballistic rocket that was fired upon Spade many, many wars ago in War 19. I'm joined here by Spotter, One Arc's Schizo. One Arc is the one leading the operation and operating the storm cannon. I've been told approximately 20 members of One Arc and a few unaffiliated were a part of this operation. This operation has been in effect for 2 weeks in real time. Not wartime, real time. Hello! Oh, LUV just found us. Schizo's just been run over. Schizo's just been run over. Officer Cadet Christian, fine. We gotta get out of here. We gotta move. Two shots on that storm cannon. Minimum. I don't know if there's more. Those were only 2 shots, right?
That's correct.
And we are on the move. No extraction for us. We're gonna have to go into radio silence here. But it seems no easy. Oh, no easy.
You're right.
It is darkness. No, I'm good. Visibility down to 15 meters.
But stay with me. We should be fine.
Okay, we're gonna have to stay quiet as well. This will not be an easy extraction. We got a loop-de-loop. We gotta go all the way around, right?
Correct. Right, let's move it.
Why?
Fall back.
I've just been separated from Officer Cadet Christian. I believe he had an LMG with him. He's firing that off. And I am on the move. This is PressCorps Colonial correspondent Mari Sharp being hunted by Warden patrols. And we were part of a spotting team. 2 shots on that from that storm cannon that I have witnessed. It is possible more shots have been fired since, but I'm just not quite sure. It is date 317, 0140 hours. And yes, it is confirmed that 2 shots have been fired from that storm cannon, at least, possibly more since I have vacated the area. We were about 70 meters away from the impact site. And I don't know if that LUV is still looking for me. I still cannot disclose where the storm cannon is precisely, nor where it's firing at, actually, even, because I'm not sure if the wardens are even aware that they've been hit. And I have to be careful as well, because I'm leaving footprints everywhere I go. I don't know how long it takes for those to dissipate. But as usual, all members of the press, if they're really a member of the press, are not holding any weapons on them. We have long since assumed that the press tags that we wear give us some form of immunity on the battlefield. It doesn't really work, but that's okay. I understand it's chaotic out there. That's a gun nest. That's another one. And I'm going to try and avoid that watchtower as well. But yes, the 1st Army Ranger Corps, that is a colonial outfit, the One Arc outfit, has just been put in the books, history books, as the first ever to fire off the storm cannon. Wait, hold on, wait, don't shoot! Wait, do not shoot! Oh, he's gonna shoot. Yeah, there he is. And I'm headed this way. No time to look at my map. I certainly hope there's not a gun nest over there. And here we go. Here I am again. Now you're probably wondering how I got here. But it's been a ride. Don't worry, I'm pretty sure I'll find my way out of this one. I've been out of multiple sticky situations. But that, my goodness, we are deep behind territory. Will I make it across the river? Don't they hold down the river? We were in a... I just realized we crossed the river at a warden checkpoint. They didn't have any AT turrets, which is why we were able to get through. But with the APC destroyed from that from that warden battle tank, excuse me, I think it might have been a relic battle tank or what have you. But yeah, I'm still running. I've only got binoculars and a radio on me. I might have to do some regional hopping. But let's find out if they're camping the regional borders first. Jesus fuck, that was about 15 wardens on foot. I don't know what they're doing on foot without a truck, but if they want to hoof it, that's their prerogative. Thank goodness for witches. But yes, we are well on our way here again. One Arc's mission has been accomplished, I believe, before he was run over. Schizo, One Arc Schizo was able to oh, excuse me, fucking A. Was able to readjust the shots on that storm cannon before he was immediately run over by that LUV. After that, Officer Cadet Christian and I, we hoofed it away from into the darkness. We ran into a few gun nests on the way out of there, and then the LUV found us once again where we were separated. Christian then fired off his LMG. And I don't think he was able to take it out because I since saw those headlights headed towards me, so I did a serpentine through some rocks and bushes, and it hasn't found me since. Although I have run into, I have one-way spotted some patrols, and we okay. I think we're good. We are back here. If you're just joining us, I have just evaded multiple warden patrols, and I have made it back here at the Colonial Relic Base at Wisp's Landing. We have crossed the regional border over at Wisp's Landing after a whirlwind evasion, and that has knocked the wind out of me. So I think we're going to go to commercial. One Arc, again, One Arc claiming the first ever shots from a storm cannon at approximately, I'll have to double check those shots, but I think it was about midnight going into day 317 of this here, the 45th conflict of the Foxhole Wars. One Arc, colonial outfit claiming fame there, that on the night of day 316 into the midnight of day 317. I think we'll go back to Ralphie in the studio. If you're just joining us, this has been Press Corps Colonial correspondent Barry Sharp. Fuck! You're listening to 121.5 WPRSS Sunhaven, serving the disputed Siva Valley War Zone. Press Corps Radio. We're trying our best. For more content, including war story documentation, newspaper postings, and information on how to join the Corps, visit Press Corps World Headquarters through the Discord link below.